Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite Dark Sorcerer here. And today, or I should say tonight, I'd like to discuss with you established norms, as in the normalities of society, their belief structures within a religious or spiritual foundation compared to that of mythology and actual facts. So, why don't we begin? When we look at limitations, you're only bound by those that you place on yourself as a practitioner. And it really has nothing to do with society or the sociology of social media, Hollywood produced films, you know, spiritual anthropology, or whatever. And a lot of individuals tend to migrate in a gangbang fashion upon just about any kind of topic. Like, they have an opinion on it within, say, for an example, a group collective, when in fact it is an established norm. It is that normality, the brainwashing technique of the right hand path. And I'll tell you what I mean by this. You look at your behavior, you look at your thought forms, things that you have been led to believe when you haven't done your homework. Okay. For an example, let's take the term warlock. Since this was actually a topic, witch and warlock, that I was actually in a conversation around roughly between 2 and 3 a.m. this past morning. Okay. And it was in a Facebook group called Practical Magic. And it was interesting because of the fact that a woman had posted that her son is now a practicing witch. A practicing witch. Okay, so I stated, I got under there and I posted and I said, hey, you know, that's actually a misconception because of modern day society. And I said that if you actually look at history from 6th century BCE to modern day society, you're going to see a lot of different changes. Okay. If we start today, a warlock is taken from the terminology of Anglo Saxon and Welsh. Okay. Most of today's pagans and Wiccans do not go out and actually research the various different topics or titles, such as wizard, which is also Welsh. Okay. You have the necromancer, which is Roman and Greek, even Egyptian, African based. You have the definition of Bokor, Mayamberos, okay, which comes from the African Caribbean traditions of Haitian Voodoo and Santeria, not just Santeria, but also Palo Mayambi and Palo Monte, okay. And you have the Magi, the Middle Eastern traditions, such as Saudi Arabian, Babylonian, Sumar, even getting into Saudi Arabia and all of that. Okay. When we get into the Grimoire system, which is Magi, Sage. Okay. We get into these definitions, it's literally derived as a male practitioner. Okay, and every one of these titles has a counterpart that was or is female. Okay, caplata. How do you pronounce that? It's Caplata. Okay, which is the female version of a bokor. Okay, just like a warlock is a male practitioner of witchcraft. And it was interesting because so many people, they didn't give a damn about the title, or about the topic, the mythology and the history being presented through actual facts, historical dates, the whole kit and caboodle from a traditional perspective. They were stuck on that one little word, warlock. And this is what I'm talking about, the brainwashing effect of the populace, the stagnation. One of these individuals even stated that nobody uses the term warlock anymore. I told her point blank, that is a bold-faced lie. What about Christian Day? Just as an example, refers to himself as a modern day warlock. You get into Satanism, you have satanic warlocks and such, and I can go on from there. Okay? But they were not interested in actually evolving. They were not interested in learning because they were stuck in stagnation. Okay? And unfortunately, when we get into established norms, such as a religion or religious faction or perspective, that's what happens. People get so sucked in to that established normality that they forget that they have to evolve, that they have to learn and master themselves along with their environment. You see, when you get into one of these established norms, it's no longer about you. It's about that hierarchy. It is about that particular tradition.